we are now going to talk about Obsidian and the game which was teased to be coming at the Game Awards, or be announced at the Game Awards. Now, this comes, I think it's originally from the Obsidian.net website, and also Jeff Keighley has tweeted about it. Jeff Keighley is the guy who organises and hosts the Game Awards. And this year, he tweeted the following: "Don't miss the global premiere and announcement of the upcoming RPG by @Obsidian and @Private Division at the Game Awards, streaming live everywhere next Thursday, December the 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Time." We knew Obsidian were working on a game, but we are going to get to know about it on Thursday, which is amazing, right?
I like it when they do this stuff. They don't like announce a million years in advance. They're just like, something's coming, and it's coming soon.
And so the website, Obsidian.net, now has changed to a countdown of the welcome pages. Stay tuned for a special message from Auntie Cleo's, which obviously is reference to something in the game, right? And it's got this very specific kind of art style kind of look from it, which carries through to some of the other pictures we're going to discuss in a second. And there's a countdown timer on it: 7 days, 12 hours, 6 minutes, 22 seconds as of right effing now, which is very cool. The second slide that we've got here is Better Than Nature, Auntie Cleo's. And then we've got some like retro looking bread ointment, something, skin cream, and some other sort of something, I don't know what that is, but it's like kind of 50s looking products.
Like
40s, 50s.
Yeah.
60s, something like that. So retro.
Retro sci-fi kind of vibes.
But yeah, you say retro, but then you look at the next picture, which is the one with the weapon.
Yeah, it's like a handgun or a pistol or something.
Yeah, and that, it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice,
and it's like a pistol or something.
Yeah, it looks very much like the 10mm pistol from Fallout 4, if we're honest. So it got that retro futuristic kind of vibe to it, much like Fallout. So that's what gets me kind of excited, because we were all disappointed with Fallout right now, right?
Everyone.
So anyone looking for an RPG in a Fallout-esque type of world would be interested.
76 reasons why Obsidian's new game's going to be better than Fallout 76.
Oh shit! So that's what we know so far, right? We're going to go do a little bit more research into this. So Tim Cain and Leonard Boyarsky, who are working on it for Obsidian, they both worked on Fallout 1 and 2. Tim Cain himself wrote the engine for that game. Yep. So he's
literally in the core of
exactly.
Fallout.
Original Fallout 1 and 2, before it was bought by Bethesda, before they bastardized it, you could say, and moved it. But
when it was still asymmetric RPG.
Yeah, that's right. And so Tim Cain has worked on Pillars of Eternity most recently at Obsidian, which again is another isometric RPG. I've had a look at Tim Cain speaking at the Reboot Develop Conference 2017 last year, where he performed a talk on top 7 mistakes made in RPG games. And I've lifted a quote directly from that talk, which he referenced the game that we're talking about today. He says,
"Now I'm actually working on a new IP, which Fergus has told me I'm not allowed to talk about."
And he's relating to Fergus Urquhart. They're the CEO of Obsidian.
"But I've already told people, if you loved Fallout, you're going to love this game. This game has a lot of me in it. So it's got a lot of Fallout and Arcanum style and humor."
Arcanum's one of the other games that he worked on. So lovers of the original Fallout 1 and 2 should be excited.
Yeah.
That's
the big takeaway.
Pretty much what he's saying there, and that was last year, during the Reboot Develop Conference. So it's time to get excited, is it not? That's the
See, I've said it before, I'm not crazy about Fallout, but I like the look of I like the retro style. I like the Vault Boy, I think all the cartoon stuff, and that's really cool. And this game with the whole thing on the Obsidian website with the countdown and stuff, and the picture of the gun, it screams like the Jetsons to me.
That's right.
Which I'm totally on board with. I love that kind of like just like crappy sci-fi. Like modern sci-fi, it's all huge spaceships and amazing lights and stuff. But then this stuff, it's like a flying saucer with a dome. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, a few reasons why I'm really excited about this. One, it's a new IP. I love new worlds,
brand new stuff,
new lore, new everything. Right, the fact it relates to Auntie Chloe's and some of the products there, and one of the slides is from Auntie Chloe's. I just love wanting. I love the anticipation. I want to find out more about that world and more of what it is, and because it's made by Tim Cain and Leonard Boyarsky, who are both veterans of this genre, it really excites me. That's one of the reasons why I was really excited for Starfield before the shit show that was Fallout 76 from Bethesda, because I wanted a space RPG. Hopefully, this fulfills that desire. Now, however, the question mark for me is, they're well known for their isometric RPGs. Does that mean that this is going to be more likely to be an isometric RPG like in their previous games? Yeah,
I don't necessarily hate that idea, but I still think I would prefer like a third-person adventure-y thing.
Yeah, like third or even
3D
first person.
Yeah,
I'm actually really excited for this announcement now, and especially since the disappointment of Fallout 76 recently.
Yeah.
However, it raises the question that Obsidian were bought out by Microsoft recently, or Microsoft are in the process of buying Obsidian. But this was a game that was most likely been in production a long time before that deal was even made. So therefore, this game has actually been published by a division of Take-Two, which is called Private Division, and this is Pirate Division, and this is their high-end indie label. Part of Take-Two. So, it isn't Microsoft. It probably means it's not going to be locked to the Xbox or PC. It's probably going to be available on all platforms. That's an assumption. So, searching for more information on this, I've braved the depths of Reddit, and I've been looking at anything I can find. So, a guy called EnderAndrew42 says the following, and this is unsourced. He doesn't provide a link or source for this, but he said, they've said previously this is an action-oriented RPG with AAA graphics using the Unreal Engine, which, if it's true...
That gets me titillated. I love the Unreal Engine. I know nothing about engines, but all I know is that the Unreal Engine it's great.
Yeah.
Unreal 4.
It is a new IP. When people have asked Cain and Boyarsky about Fallout and Arcanium, they've said this isn't either of those, again, a new IP, but should appeal to fans of both. We know it's a new IP because I literally watched Tim Cain mouth those words.
Now I'm actually working on a new IP.
From the horse's mouth, you could say. So those are, I mean, again, like I said, it's unsourced, but it's exciting to hear that them possibilities might be true.
Definitely.
That's pretty much all we know until next week, but it doesn't stop us getting excited, and it doesn't stop us speculating as to what the game is going to be, and also what we want from a game like this. So what would you want from this game? What would your ideal scenario be?
Well, I think with sci-fi RPGs, what I really want that no one's done quite to the level I want is planets. I know you've got games like No Man's Sky where there's quintillions of planets and solar systems and shit.
Yes.
But I don't even want that many. I'd want like a solar system's worth, one system.
Yeah.
Like the Milky Way, there's 9.
Yeah.
9 planets. Make them all properly distinguished, and you can travel between them quite easily. I'm not saying necessarily like fully open galaxy, because this can take ages to cross, but like if you can fast travel between them, because Destiny sort of tried it and I was excited by that. I was like, oh yeah, you can go to different planets and stuff, but they're all boring. They're all the same. They're just, this place looks like a bit of a shithole. So does this place, and there's like a different coloured wall.
So an interesting and in-depth like world to explore.
Worlds
like, as in plural, and a space to explore. That's your biggest wish list, right?
And well, that's if it is spacey, because it does say sci-fi. It doesn't necessarily mean that's space. It could be like on Earth, like Cyberpunk. That's a sci-fi thing, but that's not spacey.
That's true. Alternate kind of future thing.
Yeah, exactly. The main thing I really want is that retro future thing, which I definitely think we're going to get, because I don't think we get enough of it.
Fallout-esque world is pretty much nailed on, judging by how these images look and what Tim Cain said last year. Yeah. My biggest wish list is just a really deep RPG system. Create a character, be who you want to be.
Character creators, man.
And one of the things that Tim Cain said in his biggest mistakes that you make in RPGs was that it's important to have the world react to you as a character rather than your character react to the world. And he goes on to cite examples of when this is done right or wrong or whatever. But that, the fact that he's talking like that gets me excited. And I strongly suggest anybody who is excited and wants to know more about the way Tim Cain thinks about RPGs, check out that video, and I'll link it in the description, or just search for Reboot 2017 Tim Cain and watch it. It's like a 58-minute video or something. It is really insightful. What I'm most looking forward to is having just like a really deep RPG game, sci-fi setting. I mean, just give it me right now.
I think with sci-fi things, it's so easy to integrate your RPG stuff into like your lore, because Cyberpunk seems to be doing it where like if you have an upgrade, you like put it on your body or whatever.
Sure.
And like, or and in this they could do like, oh, if you're getting a better thing for your gun, you will actually attach it to it. And having technology is such an easy way to correlate your like gamey features like upgrades and stuff into what's actually happening in the world. Easier than say like a fantasy RPG, because if you're like, oh, if you want your sword to be better, you can't really change your sword. You can magic it, but that kind of thing works really well in the sci-fi genre. So I think that'll be really good.
Yeah, another reason why we should be excited about this is because it is Obsidian, and those are the guys who worked on loads of really high-end or highly reviewed and critically acclaimed RPGs in the past. And Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games, and that was made by Obsidian. So again, and the fact that it's a Fallout-esque world made by Obsidian, this could be the Fallout New Vegas 2 kind
spiritual successor.
Yeah, exactly. This could be it, right?
And so it's new IP.
It's new and fresh.
Always need new stuff, even if it's like Fallout inspired. That's perfect. Yeah. But it's not Fallout. It's something new,
and it 100% will not be using that Fallout engine.
Yeah. Definitely won't be. Fucking hell.
That is a huge selling point, at this point. That's a huge selling point. So, in summary, this has got us really excited and anticipating this announcement in a week's time. I probably won't be tuning in because it's going to be like late at night.
It's going to be a long one.
But we'll see. So that is where we're at so far. Those are our thoughts on that. Let us know what you think, of course, obviously down in the comments. This video is a extract from our weekly podcast, which is exclusively available to our patrons over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. If you are interested in supporting the content that we bring, head over to Patreon and find out what rewards you can get in exchange for supporting us, bringing you this content.